Sandra, welcome to another episode of Asexualized, my asexual life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the right to subscribe button right down below, right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we're enjoying the content. If you are loving it or getting some insight from it or just find it really good entertainment, don't forget to give it a thumbs up as we go along. If you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. I'm also the founder of asexualise.com and the founder of Asexualise Academy. Hello, Ray. Lovely to see you. Ray said to me today that he was going to get some sleep, especially so he could be up late to watch me. So lots of love to my friend Ray. Hi, it's really nice to see you again. So, yes, my latest asexual dating, what's going on with it? So, as you know, I've recently gone in some sexual dating groups where predominantly they're all sexual. And Ray came from one of the groups I'm in, so that's amazing because Ray's actually, it would appear asexual, so that's really amazing. I was able to save him from all those people that were just after sex. And one of the other guys from that group came over to my asexual friends group as well as Ray. So this is really, really good news. I'm really happy to be Ray's friend. He's a really good guy. His dog's beautiful. And so obviously if I'm in a group full of sexual guys, it's really hard to get a date or a relationship of a decent guy through those groups. But I believe if you don't change what you're doing, you don't get any different results, right? So I've been on asexual dating sites now for 5 years. Clearly, I'm not finding the guy of my dreams there. So I am trying to do different things and get out of my comfort zone. And yeah, be in groups which have a predominantly high level of heterosexual people, the majority of which want sex, which obviously I don't. But you never know, there might be asexuals hiding in those groups. Now, there was a guy who was sticking up for me in one of the groups, and he's not asexual, but he was really, really supportive. He was actually on this channel and chat last night. So that was really nice and supportive. And he's made it clear he's interested in a relationship with me. Now, obviously, like, I haven't known him barely very long at all. So, you know, I'm not going to jump into anything with anyone, especially when they don't even live in this country. That's not what I do, as you know. So basically, though, what happened was he's been chatting to me a lot in private message and he asked me out on a date. And I said, well, yeah, if you are in the UK, then I would say yes, but you're not in the UK. So then he asked me if I would go over to his country, right? Yes, I know that's a red flag for a new guy. Don't worry. So he asked me if I go over to his country, I pay the train ticket, the plane fare, then he paid for the hotel, the travel and food, right? Which one was really good because he talked about a hotel, so he didn't expect me to just go over to his place, which was really nice. And he just said about paying for the plane ticket. But I told him I don't fly in a plane, which is absolutely true. I don't. I have no desire to go traveling around the world like everyone else does. The most I want to go to is Disneyland Paris or anywhere in the UK. Do you know what I mean? I go to Disneyland Paris by Eurostar. So I told him that I had no desire whatsoever to go traveling. You know, basically, I told him I don't fly in a plane. I didn't say I hadn't. Well, actually, I didn't tell him I don't decide to travel anywhere. But I told him I don't, you know. So he said, oh, well, this is your opportunity to, like, do it. And I'm like, well, no, I haven't got the finances to come and do it. Not even plane ticket. And I'm like, I can't do that, you know. And there is absolutely no way categorically that I would go and meet a guy in a foreign country when he's off the internet and I haven't even heard his voice yet. Do you know what I mean? I would never, ever, ever do that. I don't even want to go over there. I believe if a guy likes you that much, he'll come over for you. You don't need to go over there. Do you know what I mean? If a guy really loves you, cares about you, likes you or whatever, he's into you, he will travel and he will come and get in your country and he will come and visit you, won't he? It's as simple as that. So either he does that or he doesn't. So he was saying that because of the visa issues in his country or something, that it would take about 3 months for him to come over to me. Now, I don't know if that's true or not because I'm not in his country, but I looked at a visa to come from Morocco to come over to the UK, and you can get a visa, different ones, like you can get tourist visa and stuff, because he did say, oh well, I can come over, it won't be till like January or something. He was talking about applying, and then it'll be to visit me first of all, right? But you know what I mean, it's like so far the guy seems really nice, and yeah, he seems a really nice person. Anyway, I said, but I could have a Skype date with you. So I am going to Skype date him on Monday and see how we got on. Like, I've given him some voice messages, you know, like just the recorded voice messages, but I haven't had one back from him. So I don't even know what his voice sounds like. You know, so it's like, yeah, I don't even know what your voice sounds like. But, you know, there was a lot of good stuff that he was saying. He seemed very respectful, nice person. But like, I really don't know him. There's absolutely no categorical way I would go abroad like that. And I believe if a guy really likes you, it's his job to come over and fly over whatever to get to see you. I just think that's the way it should be. Do you know what I mean? And so, yeah, so I have got a Skype date with him on Monday, though, so I will see what it's like, right? Meanwhile, back at the other realm of the UK, I told you there was an Indian guy that was really interested in me, right? But he said he doesn't think he could love without sex, which clearly then I couldn't be in a relationship with him. And he was saying to me, he was the one who approached me. Both of these guys approached me. So the Indian guy actually messaged me, and I read what he initially put out yesterday, right? But he was the one as well that was saying about having a pill to cure my asexuality, get over my asexuality, and I'm like, that's really horrible. And so he messaged me again yesterday. It was all about, you know, he kept saying about, oh, do you want to talk to me or don't you? And he concluded that we can only be, because I said, well, you'll have to look for a sexual girl. Then he's like, oh, fine, we can still be friends. And then he said to me, he wants to cure you. Yeah, exactly. You can't cure me. And so the ending, yeah, exactly. There's nothing to cure. I don't want sex. Do you know what I mean? And so anyway, he was messaging, and then he goes, oh, are you messaging some other guy? I said, well, actually it happens. Yes, I am. And he's like, oh, I don't like a girl like that. I don't like a girl who 2 times. I said, I'm not too tight, you know, who speaks to 2 guys at once and wants 2 men. That's not the girl for me. I said, you're acting like a jealous boyfriend. I said, I'm not 2 timing in a relationship. I'm very faithful, but we're not having a relationship. You told me you just wanted to be my friend and you didn't want a relationship. And now you're acting like a jealous boyfriend. And he just kept writing these messages all the time going, oh, well, you know, if you're talking to him, fine. But if you want to talk to me, fine. Do you want to talk to me? Fine. And all this. As I just went on and on and on. It was like, he's like, you know, he's going, oh, you're not a good person. And if you're doing that and speaking to you guys, it's like, I'll speak to who I want. I'm not actually in a relationship with you. You made it clear. And then he's going, oh, I told you I wanted a relationship with you. And it's like, but later on about sex, I said, that's the point. I can't have sex later on, you know? So, and I said, this guy understands me, you know, this I'm talking to. And he goes, oh, so you were talking to him first and then you decided to talk to me. I said, no, actually, I was talking to you first and you decided, you know, I said about just being, I said I couldn't, you know, to find a sexual girl if you can't be with me without sex. You can't love without sex. And he's like, oh, fine, we'll just be friends. And I said, you're the one who said you wanted to be my friend. I said, but you're acting like, seriously, he was acting like a right jealous boyfriend. I don't even know anything about the Indian guy other than what's on his profile. And the fact he said, oh, can I talk to you? You seem like a good person. That was it. He hasn't asked me any question about myself. Oh, that's another thing I said to him. I said, you know, if you're interested in a relationship, you would ask to video, you know, you haven't asked to video chat with me. You haven't asked for a date with me. You haven't said you'll come and see me. You know, you haven't done any of those things. If you're interested in a relationship with me, you do those things. He goes, well, you could do those things. You could ask me for a video chat. And I'm just like, I said, well, I think the man should do that. I know anyone can initiate. It doesn't really matter about genders. But at the end of the day, I do not want a guy where I'm going around instigating things all the time. Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. And he was the one who originally started speaking to me. He's the one who was messaging me. So he should initiate it. Do you know what I mean? If he's that interested, but I don't know what interest he's got in me. I think he's come to the UK, he thinks I'm a good person, so wants to chat to me, and somehow wants me to be his, but doesn't want me to be his. I just don't really get it. But I do kind of understand it because I know Indian guys quite well, and they can get really weird like that. It's almost you're with them, their girlfriend, but you're not. That's how they speak to you, and it's like, but I'm not, you know what I mean? It's not, I'm not two timing. I'm not going out with two guys because I'm not actually in a relationship with you. So yeah, he hasn't messaged me today. So, well, he was messaging me in the morning, but he hasn't messaged me since then. He's just like, oh, so you don't really want to speak to me then? You don't want to speak to me? Oh, fine, okay, then fine. And off he went. It's like such a moody person. It's like he's obviously going to be quite controlling in a relationship as well if he's like that, and I'm not even in a relationship with him. Do you know what I mean? Guess I don't like that women on the online talking to a couple of blokes. I mean, I don't know. He's probably talking to other women. Do you know what I mean? The Indian guys. It's like, I'm not saying I really like you. I just want you. Or the rest of it. He's like, oh well, I might want sex later on. I'm thinking, well, you're not going to get it from me. So who are you going to get it from? If you were with me, it's not going to be me, is it? So, but I got the impression that he thought I needed to take a pill to make myself have sex with him. It's just disgusting. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to having a Scott. I bet he is. Yeah, it's like it's just like, well, the Indian guy, just like, I mean, if you saw his messages, it's just like, oh, one thing he did say to me though, the Indian guy goes, oh, this guy you're talking to, he might not be the other guy you're talking to. He said, oh, people can tell you what, loads of things, but they change and they don't mean it. And I said, yeah, I know that, I do agree, but that means basically that means him as well, the Indian guy as well, because I don't even know him. And I said, yeah, I agree. So I can get to know you both. I want to get to know you both. Of course, he didn't like that because he expected me to choose him to talk to, or this guy I've got a date with on Monday to talk to, not, you know what I mean? He was trying to he tries to twist things. He was trying to twist things to say that you shouldn't be talking to guys. So this other guy from Morocco, he doesn't know he's from Morocco. You don't know. So he could be saying anything to you and can just change like that. So they can say anything on the internet, which I do agree with him. I'm totally agreeing that. But he's like, I said, yeah, well, then I would like to get to know you both. And then obviously that's not the answer he wanted, because he wanted the answer, I'll just talk with you then. And because I didn't say that to him, because I said I'll speak to who I want, he didn't like it. And I'm thinking, well, I don't even know anything. The other guy from Morocco, I already know that I know already he's told me quite a bit about himself already in less than 24 hours. Like, he's got pets, he likes animals, he's got budgies. He was talking to me about his job a bit. He was also asking me lots of questions about myself and taking a real interest in my work, in the foods I eat, in what I like to do. Do you know what I mean? And I just think that's a much better guy who's taking an interest in me. Do you know what I mean? And actually asked me for a date. I mean, yes, it's a bit of a red flag. He's asked me to go over to his country, and like, I've only just known him like since yesterday, and that is a bit of a red flag. He did say pay for a lot of stuff apart from plane ticket, but you don't know. If you don't know a person, how do you know they're going to do that? Do you know what I mean? When you get to the other end, you don't. And my job here as to advise you guys on dating and relationships is you've got to be, cautious. And if a person really wants to come over, they can come over and make their way over. Unless he can get over here and work in the UK anyway, there's no chance of an actual relationship, because I can't have an internet relationship. You know what I mean? Can't do an internet only relationship. I don't want that. I want someone here to kiss and cuddle myself. Do you know what I mean? Not like I'm kissing and cuddling anyone but myself at the moment, but you know what I mean? I want a proper relationship, even though, like, some people say, oh, it's not a proper relationship unless you have sex. Well, yes, it is. You can actually do a lot of other things, like physical things. You can do a lot of physical things with your clothes on, which I like to do, not take your clothes off. Do you know what I mean? I'm not into that, but you can have a lot of passion without sex, as I call it. Do you know what I mean? Just like kissing, cuddling, and all that type of thing, being really close. You don't need all this intercourse stuff. In fact, I think sexual intercourse is just really distracting from passion and romance, because people get so like, oh god, I thought it was a daddy long legs then. Sorry, I get a bit scared of daddy long legs. I've had a live stream once where I had to run away. I find it very hard to trust people, says Ray. Yes, it is really hard to trust people. I don't know why at the moment I am trusting this guy, but I don't know why. I think it's because he speaks to me really well. He's kept in contact with me quite a bit and really wants to know me as a person. But I don't know him. I don't know it. And he said to me, "Oh, I've got so much to tell you on the Skype. Not on the Skype, on the video chat. We're doing it via Facebook. I've got so much to tell you." And usually a guy's not like that. If he's got something to hide, he won't want to talk to me. Like the Indian guy doesn't say anything about himself. He says, "I don't know anything about him, apart from what's on his profile, which he hasn't told me anything about." Do you know what I mean? I don't know anything apart from he wants a relationship. He doesn't want one with me. Be like, I don't know what he's just a drama person, I think. But I find it hard to trust Ray as well, especially guys, but women as well, because I was bullied at school mostly by women, not by guys. So I've actually got more guy friends than anything. I have one female best friend and one girl I used to know, well, I've known since school, who I'd hardly see. My female best friend's moving away tomorrow, but I will see her again, so it's good. But she's moving further away to be with her new partner. She's going to live with him. But it's a lovely house they've got together, and everything's looking good for them. So I'm really pleased for her. And I'm self-dating all these days. Like tomorrow, I've got a self-date tomorrow morning, so I'm really looking forward to that. I'll be doing a movie review as usual for that. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. I am excited about the Monday video date as well. I think it'll be really good. I looked at his profile and it seems quite good, because usually when it's heterosexual guys, I see a lot of stuff to do with naked women and some porn type of stuff sometimes, and some movies on there that are really raunchy and stuff. But I haven't so far found that, and he friend requested me straight away, whereas after he stuck up for me in the group, whereas the Indian guy didn't even say anything in the group, and he talked to me, messaged me, but didn't even friend request me. I had to do that with him. And it's like, I don't want to be in any type of relationship where I'm doing the work. I think the guy should, be stepping up to the plate. I've mentioned this before, that I need a strong guy for me, and we'll find out if this other guy that I'm dating on Monday really is a strong guy, because a strong guy will do whatever it takes to come over here to be with me if he likes me that much as he says he does already. Do you know what I mean? But a guy who's not strong, he'll just make up excuses, and a few months down the line, you'll see there's no action being taken and no proof of he's doing anything. And it'll just be like he's chatting to me, not doing anything, not taking any action, because the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in the action, not what people say to you. I mean, guys can say anything. I have guys saying lots of stuff to me, but you know what I mean? I'm like, the proof is in the pudding. The actions are in, that actions are what it is. And sometimes I say stuff, and although they seem like they take it in, it's another story. It's like in the I'm strong but too old. Ha ha. I know, Ray. It is a shame. Ray is absolutely adorable, but aesthetically, I'm only attracted to younger guys. I want to kiss younger guys. I can't kiss older guys. I'm like, yeah, Ray's really lovely. He is a really nice guy. I know that. But yeah, I only really want to kiss guys in their 20s, 30s that are push. Early 30s at push. Most 30 guys in their 30s are too old for me. Like 38, and I'm just like, oh, it's too old. I can't kiss you. I can't. And I usually prefer foreign guys as well, with coloured skin preferably as well. So yeah. But yeah, so it's, I mean, this guy's 27, so he's not a kid in that way, which is good. So he's probably got a bit more maturity about him. He likes older women as well, foreign women. But I don't know if he's dating anyone else or seeing anyone. I mean, I would presume he's single, but you know what I mean? Oh, on his profile it says single. Yeah, his profile says single as far as I know. But do you know what I mean? But I'll ask him all these questions on Monday. I've done Skype dating before, so it's the same as that, but just using Facebook. And I'll be asking him all the tough questions, like I always tell you guys to ask, guys and girls and whatever gender. I always say to ask all the tough questions, like marriage, kids, all about feelings and stuff like that. But he seems a good guy, because he's already saying, I've got so much to tell you. Guys have got stuff to hide, don't say stuff like that, and it's usually like, it's really weird, because it's usually like, I feel like a guy, like if a guy's really right for me, he would say something like that. This guy does seem to say the right things, which is nice, but it worries me at the same time. I'm like, how do you know what to say? It's very bizarre. I don't usually have that, because he's like saying he's saying to me, about the fact I got so much to tell you, and I always think that a guy who would be right for me would say those words, because it'd be like they want to catch up with me, because it'd be like their previous life without me they'd want me to know about, because I'm the right one for them to be with, if you know what I mean. But I don't want to get too romantic. You know what I'm like with getting romantically attached to guys. So it's kind of like he says the right words that I wished a guy would say naturally, but I'm like, I don't even know him. So it is a bit bizarre. I mean, he does say quite a lot of things straight away. I'm like, how do you know that? Like, because he keeps saying, oh, we've got this connection. But obviously you've got to be careful when someone says that. It can be true and it can be really nice and really good. And I have to take it at face value that he's telling the truth, that he feels connected to me, that he feels we've got stuff in common, which is great. And that's another thing I do like about him. He is saying to me, oh, we've got this in common. We've got that in common, you know, and I feel like we're connected. I feel like I've known you sometime. Obviously, you know, you've got to err with caution, because obviously a guy can say lots of things to lure you into a false sense of security and to lure you into a relationship online when you really want one in person. So you have to be very, very, very careful, because there are a lot of fakers out there and scammers. I don't actually think, yeah, be very careful. Exactly, Ray. I don't actually think this guy's a faker, and I don't think he's a scammer. But I don't know. Obviously, he's a heterosexual guy. He isn't an asexual guy. And he has said to me in private message that he thinks it would be okay to be without sex. But, you know, really, a lot of guys aren't that like that. But there are some sexual guys like that. So you have to give someone the benefit of the doubt. And do you know what I mean? But yeah, I've got to be very careful. But I mean, it's a video chat, you know. I love video chats because you can just switch the video off if you don't like the person. And what I like about video chat is I can usually find out in 3 or 4 hours of a lot of questions whether the guy's got any potential to be with me or not in a relationship. It usually sorts it out very quickly. That's what I love, because many people, they'll be like, oh, we'll just chat for half an hour. No, you should be chatting for 3 or 4 hours. You should be getting everything out there. You want to know their family, their brothers, their sisters, their accommodation set up, what their life plans are. Like, this guy's studying at the moment as well as working. He seems like he's got a good head screwed on him like that, you know. So you want to know what he's doing now, what his plans are for the next year, the next kind of 3 years, 5-year plan. Because, you know, obviously if he's got his plans going on for the next 3 years, there's no way I can have a relationship with him, because he's not going to come over here, is he, when he's got a 3-year plan or whatever. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, obviously he's got friends over there and everything like that. He's only just met me. I mean, he said he only dates foreign women. He likes older women. So, you know, so that means he might be used to long distance relationships, because the way he messages me is as though he's used to a long distance relationship. Because I don't usually have that amount of messaging from any guy. Like, he hasn't messaged me. I don't think he's messaged me at the moment. I think I've had the last message of, yeah, he hasn't messaged me for a while. Some other foreign guys messaging me. Sorry, I'm just laughing. I'm really laughing now, because this other foreign guy that connected with me, I don't know what gets into these guys. It's almost like they don't want a relationship with me, but they do. This is another guy, not the guy I've got a date with. He earlier he messaged me going, how are you? Sorry if I bothered you, night. So I put, I'm working, and like sent him a good night sticker, which was 2 little cats and a zzz. And then he's put take care, and I put good night, and I put sleep well. He goes, yes, bye. And I put, I am about to do my YouTube show. Have a good night, bye. And he's like, anyway, I don't going be here anymore. Don't do what you want. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what is the matter with these foreign guys? It's like, oh, you don't care about me. I'm gone. Do you know what I mean? And they don't. They just go online and chat other women up. But it's like, this guy isn't asexual. And he definitely isn't asexual. I told him, I mean, he put in the group that he wants a relationship without sex. But when I talked to him in private message, he then proceeded to tell me how he had sex. I mean, it wasn't horrible. He goes, I'm not just like other guys, like sticking it in. This is what this, I do all this kissing. And he was telling me the whole thing. And I was saying, well, it is good you're not just stick it in, guy. But he goes, oh, I think I got confused with what asexual means. I'm like, yes, I think you did. And I explained to him, you know. And then he's like, oh, but maybe if you had it with, maybe if I came over there, then you'd have it with me or something like that. He was going on about. I was speaking to him before I was speaking. Really, I was speaking to this guy before I was speaking much to the other guy that I've got the date with. So this he was all messaging me before the other guy a lot. So but you know what I mean? It's like he's got such an attitude problem. Like, do what you want. I don't care. It's like, well, clearly you do, because I'm not messaging you. But again, if you're a guy who's a strong guy, you'll be messaging me loads anyway, which you haven't bothered till later. And you're heterosexual. I can't have a relationship with you anyway. You don't even live in this country. Do you know what I mean? But he did stick. He was nice. Well, he said he didn't want a sexual relationship, and that's why I thought, well, at least I'll have him as a friend on Facebook. But these people, honestly, you know what I mean? It's like, do what you want, buy. It's like, I haven't even done anything. I think that's the point. But I am looking forward to the video date with the guy on Monday, because I deserve to have a nice, hot, young, aesthetically pleasing guy. That was another thing. In one of the dating groups where I put about I don't want sex, someone wrote, oh right, if you're not bothered about sex, it means you can be in a relationship with anyone, even if they're ugly. And I'm like, well, no, I can't. I deserve, because I experience aesthetic attraction and romantic attraction, and I deserve, I want and deserve a hot, aesthetically attractive guy. Do you know what I mean? So, it's just ridiculous. But, out of all those three guys, obviously, the guy I'm having a video date with on Monday is the one that I'm gonna, that's gonna be good, because he's being respectful. But I mean, they say you've got to give a guy at least 3 months to show his true colours. So I mean, this guy has been messaging me all day up until was it about all day off and on, because I've been doing my work as well. I think it was up until about 7, was it, or something? I can't remember. I was in the supermarket. I go into the supermarket at the time because I messaged Ray back as well. And I think, and he put, but I haven't heard from him. But he knows I do work later on. I can't be on Messenger all the time because I won't get anything done. Do you know what I mean? And that's not good. But he's been good because he's arranged it in to fit in with my work as well. The video chat. So I do think he seems like, obviously he connected with him on Facebook, which is a very good sign, because he friend requested me, which means he's got nothing to hide on his Facebook profile. When he first messaged me, he was really polite and said, oh, just to tell you, sorry, I didn't introduce myself properly. I'm 27 years old. I'm rocking. This is who I am. Basically, welcome to my profile. So it's quite formal. And then he said, oh, just because you're different doesn't mean to say you deserve the way they were treating you, basically. So that was really nice. And then I was trying to explain more about asexual and stuff and what it meant. So because in the actual group, he goes, oh, well, I don't agree with the way she is, as in what she wants, but I don't think you should be speaking to her like that, because she's not doing any harm to anyone. So yeah, I don't know if he could actually live without sex. But I have looked through some of his profiles, and I don't see a lot of women in the profiles at all, which is a really good sign. And yeah, and some of them are really nice pictures as well. They have quite a good feel to them. So I don't actually feel this guy's a nasty guy or anything like that. I pick up a good vibe from him, but he is heterosexual. But then if I'm going in non-asexual dating groups, I'm kind of going to have to expect this a bit. But I do really want an asexual guy, preferably, but I don't think an asexual guy can fulfill my romantic and kissing needs, because so far, asexual guys don't seem to want that very much, and they don't pursue. They just like, oh right, okay, I'll talk to you just a little bit. I mean, I've got some asexual friends, but that's different because, they're my friends. But if a friend's talking to me more than a potential boyfriend, then the potential boyfriend's got no chance, because it's like, well, if my friends speak to me more than you do, what's the point of me having a boyfriend? There isn't. So yeah, I think when you've got a video chat with any heterosexual guy or girl or whatever gender, any heterosexual person, you really need to be asking them all the tough questions, like, and usually they will give some of the game away. If they really like you sexually, they'll start. I mean, so for example, I love kissing. So if I start saying, oh, I really love kissing, this is how I love to kiss, and this, that, and the other, it does turn them on when I talk to them about kissing. And if they do like sex, they usually start talking more sexually towards me. I mean, you've got to remember that they are heterosexual, so they'll think more sexually in the first place. So you got to understand that that's their mentality anyway, to a lot of extent. So you can't exactly blame them totally for having that mentality, because it's natural to them. But some of them, you'll find out that really what they want to do is have sex with you, and they'll proceed to start going from kissing to talking about that, and then like, you really couldn't live without sex. You're just talking rubbish. But I think, I'm gonna give it a go. We'll see how it goes. I haven't picked up any, bad vibe. I mean, I know that he's on about kissing, he likes kissing, and I'm like, well, there's certain places I don't like to be kissed. But he's like, oh, you'll have to let me know that then. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think there's good stuff about this guy. I'm gonna see where it goes. I'm gonna do the video date. I think it's nice to be asked, and that's what I do love about being in sexual dating groups. If there's any benefits, it is you get a lot more guys talking to you. You get a lot more messages. You get a lot more interest, even though it's most of it's not the right interest you want. And you get a lot more romance as well. I mean, some of the foreign guys, they mess it, like the guy before this Moroccan guy, there was another guy, the one that seems to be peed off and says, bye, I'm going now, to me. He was messaging me all this love sticker stuff and kissing stuff yesterday. He was so romantic, but obviously he wants sex, so I can't do that. So yeah, so I'm like, oh wow, I get a lot of romance, because within the asexual community, when I'm dating, it's like, it's not really like that. There's no guy that really pursues. There's no real, I don't think there's as much romance. There's not as much communication a lot of the time with my friends. With my friends, the kind of is, because some of my best asexual friends, like, I talk to them, like sometimes nearly every day. So that's good. And obviously Ray, I talked to quite a bit lately. So that's really nice. But, in terms of suitable for a relationship, it doesn't usually happen. It's usually like, you're not really talking, like, I really love romance and kissing and, like messaging and stuff. But, the thing you got to be really careful of is obviously with messaging, the more someone messages you, if you're romantically attracted to them, there could be, if I was younger. Oh, bless you, Ray. Yeah, you just have to have a younger, I don't know, a time machine to take you back when you were younger. There might be time travel in the future and a time machine. I'm sure you'll invent it quickly. The time they got about like 30 years or something. Yeah, 30 years you'd have to turn it back, because you're 55. You'd have to be 25. You got quite a few years to turn back the clock. But yeah, it's just like, you know what I mean? It is difficult, I think. Well, and I also like the fact I'm spreading more awareness of asexuality, I think it's really good. So I think I'm gonna get on well with this guy on Monday. Because he does like older women. He said he told me that, which is really, really nice. I like the fact he tells me stuff about himself. He goes, oh, we've got this in common, we've got that in common. And that's quite unusual. I'm not used to a guy saying stuff like that. I'm used to me doing all the work and me saying, oh yeah, we're like this, and me saying we're like that, and trying to kind of convince the guy, I guess, subconsciously, that we're good fit, which I really shouldn't be doing, because it's not very healthy for me, really. Do you know what I mean? I did mention that we're compatible star signs, so I did say that one thing to him, because I noticed his birthday date, and his birthday date is when I mean, I have one guinea pig called Angel who lives with my parents now, but I did have a family of guinea pigs, because one of the guinea pigs came from the pet shop and she was pregnant. And so then she had, and I got her and her sister, and then she had 2 babies. And they were born on the 17th of January. And this guy's born on the 17th of January. So, and he's a Capricorn and I'm a Taurus. So I do know that that's a really good sign if you're talking about star sign compatibility. But, you know, he lives abroad. He lives in Morocco. Likelihood of him coming over here, I've got to be optimistic, but realistic at the same time, you know, unless he could get a job. You have to get sponsorship usually to have a job in the UK. Do you know what I mean? Unless they got a job sponsor, it's not going to happen. And what makes me laugh, or doesn't really, is some people, they're going, oh, I think they want me to sponsor them. I'm like, it doesn't work like that anyway, because you have to have a legally registered sponsorship company. The company that is doing the sponsorship has to be legally, can't even speak tonight, registered as a sponsor for someone to come to UK. If you're not registered, it don't work anyway. So it's ridiculous. But you know, I believe that if a guy really likes you, he'll come and be with you, whatever it takes. And I know guys like that who, you know, I've known 2 blogging guys, both guys, they've both gone on. Like one guy, he's married. When he got married, I think his wife is 39 years, and he's 70 or 71 when she was 39. I mean, there's a huge age gap. He's older than her dad, but he moved to Australia to be with her, and they live with their cats, 3 cats, and they're really happy together. And he moved at his age all the way from Spain to Australia. So I'm sure if he can do it at age 70 and get married, I'm blooming well sure that a younger guy can do that. Do you know what I mean? And it's absolutely ridiculous when a guy goes, oh, but I can't do it. I'm thinking, no, there are thousands of foreign guys in the UK. This Indian guy, who's not very good, he is actually in the UK. He said for study, so I don't even know if he could stay here. I did ask him that question. He goes, oh, I'm hoping to get a job here, but, you know, I'm here for study. So I know about that bit about him. But, you know, it's like there are thousands of foreigners that do it. So all the ones that say they can't do it, I mean, maybe they can't with their financial circumstances. Maybe that is true. But then some of them lead you into false pretenses. They kind of make you think they're going to come over here and they never do. I know a guy who's Bangladesh, he had an online relationship for nearly 5 years it was with this woman, right? And in the end, his mother got him to marry some other woman, and it ended in divorce about 8 months later because the dad of the woman didn't like him. And so he had to get a divorce, which in Bangladesh, it's not really, you know, I don't think it's very great. Got a good rep, you know, like in India, if you get divorced, it's a really bad thing in terms of reputation. But I don't know about Bangladesh if it's the same. But do you know what I mean? I think 4 years of your life is just wasted. You know, because he never had intention. Like he always, like in private message to me, so it was like, oh, well, I want to go over there. I'll fill the documentation in. But it's like he never actually did. He never actually took the action to go there. So I know there are guys like him out there that just don't actually do anything. They're all talk because they just want the intimacy online. They want the emotional attachment. They want the love from an online relationship, but they don't actually want to commit to the person and actually take action, get over there. They're all talk. It's like, oh, I'll fill in the visa. Oh, but it hasn't worked. Oh, I'll do it another time. Oh, well, I can't do it now. This has cropped up. And it's just excuse after excuse after excuse. And you know what I mean? That's what I don't want with this guy on the Monday. I'll see how it goes, see what he says. But, you know, I don't even know if we're compatible. He might want kids for all I know, and I don't even have sex. I ain't having kids. I don't want kids anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I have no idea how it's going to go. But I guess that's the beauty of a date. You get to find out what someone's like more, what their interests are, their hobbies, what they want out of a relationship, potential relationship, where they see themselves going in the future. And like I said, I do love it because I'd rather spend 3 or 4 hours having that whole discussion than wasting months of my life thinking, does he want this or does he want that? And that's where a lot of people go wrong in relationships. They'll wait till 3 months later. Oh, I can't ask him this because I've only just met him. It's like, no, you ask him at the beginning because you're least emotionally attached. Doesn't mean to say you're not emotionally attached at all, because I can get emotionally attached very quickly, which is a bit of a danger with me. I've got to be really careful of. But you know what I mean? You're going to be a lot less emotionally attached now than I am going to be like 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the line. Do you know what I mean? So as well, it's really good to keep pursuing your own interests, your own jobs, you know, go out and stuff. Because I'm still going to go out dancing where places where I have foreign guys. I'm still going to like be interested in guys. You know, if this guy can't come over and he can't commit, then I've lost nothing really, have I? Oh, hi, my life. How are you doing? How's everything going with your boyfriend? Oh, my life. This is Ray. I found Ray in a sexual dating group, and Ray's asexual. So yeah, he's a really got a nice dog. But it's nice to see you, my life. Yeah, I've got a video date with a Moroccan guy on Monday, 27, but not asexual. So yeah, I've been talking about that for the last 40 minutes. But yeah, so the good thing about video chat, like I said, is if you get in early on, it's really good because you can ask them all the tough, difficult questions, and you know, you can establish a lot more earlier on and quicker whether you've got a hope in heck of chance of them. I'm doing well, and my boyfriend gave me 2 flowers. Oh, my life, that's lovely. Oh, my life has a boyfriend that's not asexual, but he's doesn't need sex. Oh, Ray, yeah. Ray's yeah. Yeah, Ray's nice, but he's too old for me as a boyfriend. But Ray would be my boyfriend if I wanted him to be, but he's 55, and you know my life that I go for guys who are like more like 25. But Ray is a really nice person with a really nice dog. So I do appreciate him being my friend. He's a really nice person. So yeah. But yeah, my life's got a boyfriend who isn't asexual either. But yeah. So it can work. It just proves it. I'm glad it's going really well for you. So yeah, I mean, I am really happy that I have got a date with the Moroccan guy on Monday because, like, you know, he actually asked me out on the date, so that's really good. You know, it's nice to be asked out on a date. You know, you don't get this with asexual guys. You know, you don't get an asexual guy asking you out on a date. Usually, it just doesn't happen. You're exploring more of your native heritage. Oh, that's really good. Congratulations. That's really good. And I like the fact your boyfriend gave you 2 flowers because last time it was 1. So he's obviously 2's even more. So maybe he's more romantically attracted to you, double attracted to you more romantically now by the sound of it. Do you know what I mean? Sounds really good. So yeah. But I do, you know, I like the fact that this guy has literally kept listing all the things we have in common. Because you know, when I was on this live stream yesterday, I said I had a guinea pig, and I like animals. And I think I talked about my guinea pig, didn't I? But I said about Ray's dog, really, really, really lovely. And yeah, he messaged me on Facebook going, "Oh, I've got birds," and then he told me he's got budgies, and so you know, that's really nice. So you know, he's told me a lot about himself, and usually guy's got stuff to hide, is not open, not honest, doesn't want to give information, like the Indian guy. Like I said, I know nothing much. He be blushing. Why is he blushing? Is he with you now? And we're talking about him. Oh. I presume you're talking about, oh, and he asked if I could stay after school with him twice. I was only able to do it one day. I had to go somewhere the second day. Oh, that's really good, my life. Wow, he's getting more keen on you. I think the romantic stuff seems to be working. It's probably because you gave him a bit of space with the kissing thing. Sometimes it can work the opposite way. Like the more you pull back and go, okay, all right, we won't kiss for a while, and you pull back and say that's fine. It's what, yeah, because in relationship dynamics, apparently, if you push, like, the other person goes away. So if you lean back and you're like, okay, that's fine, and you're not bothered about it, the person's more likely to come after you if he's a guy. Traditionally, this is like masculine, feminine stuff as well that I've been learning about. Not that I really like gender type of rolling stuff. I mean, you know, I'm clearly a girl. I'm happy to be a girl, but you know, I've got some male traits, and I kind of like. But I do think I need a strong guy, so I probably do need a guy who's got some masculinity about him. Do you know what I mean? Even though I've usually thought I hate masculine in the past. I think there's some good things about masculines that I didn't realise. Because I think you know, you need an equal balance of masculinity plus some femininity in a guy, where the you know, the feminine stuff is to do with the emotional connection, the talking and sharing their feelings, being kind and caring, sympathetic, empathetic. That's kind of like feminine traits, and then the masculine traits are like doing, you know, like asking, you know, taking responsibility, protecting. They're kind of like masculine traits. So I think because you had that chat with him. Oh, hang on a minute, I need to show. He's my cowboy on a white horse. Pink roses arriving as the sun sets. Oh, that's really sweet. You two are so romantic. I'm like Robin Hood. Ray's like Robin Hood. Oh yeah, Ray is like Robin Hood. He does archery. It's very impressive, actually. Very impressive. It's really, really good. So yeah, it's I think it's really good, you know, and I think that's helped you, because I think, yeah, because we had a chat, didn't you? Because you emailed me, that's right, and we had a chat about what to do with the situation, because you wanted kissing and he wasn't quite ready. But I think it's good, because sometimes, like, yeah, if the woman pulls back more and then, you know, says okay, that's fine, and doesn't push, then the guy, if he's the right guy, if he's the wrong guy, he'll just be like, won't care, and he'll just go away from you, because he'll be like, all right, she's not doing, you know. But if he's the right guy, he will come chasing after you more and be more into you. So that's like, because guys, they tend to like to do the chasing and the doing and the organizing more. Do you know what I mean? And so I think that's really, really important. You know, that he's done that. It's a really good sign. It seems like since you said, all right, we won't do that for a while, he's now, oh, 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 what am I going to do now? I've got to do something. So I think that's really, really important. If they're right guy, it's like these guys that I haven't really been speaking to, they're getting moody with me because I haven't been speaking to them. Not that they're having a relationship with me anyway, but the guy who's like dating me on Monday, he's like, you know, he like knows I've got work to do, so he'll be like, oh, message me later when you're free and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? And he keeps making the same excuse to touch my arm. It's definitely worked. And he keeps making the same excuse to touch my arm or my hand by asking if his hands are cold, which they usually are, but I like it, and it helps cool me down. Oh, that's really, really good. That's really, really, really good. Yeah. I mean, apparently, because I've been learning about masculine and feminine more, apparently the woman just needs to lean back and let the guy do everything for her, pretty much, if he's really masculine guy. So if you lean back and just like, okay, whatever, and just carry on your normal life, carry on doing all your hobbies and interests. If other guys are interested in you, then that's great in a way, because it means that, you know, it means that he'll be like, oh, other people are interested. Oh, quick, I must do something. I must take some action. Do you know what I mean? It's a really good sign if he's doing that, because he wasn't like that, was he, when I last spoke to you? Was it 1 or 2 weeks ago? I think it was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it now? He was the opposite, wasn't he? I think that's because you were instigating it. So yeah, just let him do everything now. It's less work for you as well. You can just sit back. I am more feminine. I love masculine things, but I'm pretty femme on my actions. Oh yeah, I think it's good. I think it's good because masculine tends to attract feminine, feminine tends to attract masculine, like polarities. I mean, I really used to hate this stuff, saying this stuff, but I'm getting more used to the understanding now. I didn't really understand masculine, feminine so much before, because I used to be like, oh, I hate masculine guys. I don't like macho guys. I still don't like macho guys, but I kind of think macho guys can be different to masculine guys now, which I didn't think before. I thought it was all the same thing. But a guy has to have feminine traits as well, because if they don't, then it's not good. Because one thing he said to me, he's like, oh, you're a real woman, he said to me. Which is like, I haven't had that said to me before by any guy. So he was like, I said, oh, I shave my arms and legs, which I do, as well as my armpits. I actually shave my arms because I don't like hair on my arms, so all my arms are really hairless. Like, my mum's like, why do you shave your arms? I'm like, because I hate hair on them. I don't like a guy having chest hair. So I'm like, look, smooth as a baby's bum. Not that I know what baby sperm felt like because I'm not interested in kids or babies, but you know, it's really smooth and I love that. And so like I do shave all the time. Every day I have a shower, so I keep it all nice and soft and use Aqueous cream. So he really liked that about me, which is good. And I do think he's quite a strong, more of a manly, you know, like guy. You know, like I said, he's more masculine, which is, you know, strong guy for me, which is nice. So it might work, you know, me and him. I keep my options open all the time though, because like I said, unless a guy can get his butt over here and actually commit to a relationship, you know, that's what I said to this Indian guy. I said, until a guy actually commits to being in a relationship with me, I'm not, you know, I'm still single. I can do what I like. Do you know what I mean? And clearly the Indian guy's no good. He's just full of drama and can't even bother to speak to me properly. As is the other guy who didn't even want a relationship with me anyway either. So, do you know what I mean? The only good guy at the moment, in terms of a sexual guy, because obviously Ray's a nice guy, just he's too old for me. He is a really nice guy, and you know, asexual guys are really nice. But you know, in terms of romance, kissing, and potential relationship, the Moroccan guy seems quite nice, you know. And he's like doing a masters. Well, he said he's doing masters later on. He's doing the one before that at the moment. So he said he works in the week and then he studies and does his degree and studies at weekends. So it's like, wow, that's a lot of stuff he does. So yeah, it's obviously he's quite an intelligent guy, which is really, really nice. So, but I do, yeah, I kind of like, I mean, I do think it's better if you can get more. Now I understand the masculine type a bit more, like in terms of a strong guy. I do think it's better if you have someone like that, because otherwise you end up just running around doing the whole thing in the relationship. Whenever I'm around my boyfriend, I feel different. I'm calmer and things make more sense. I'm able to relax. Yeah. You see, that's what a good like masculine guy will do. Like he'll be like, I'll take care of things. I'll protect you. I'll look after you in a nice way, not a condescending way, not like you can't take care of yourself. He'll know that you can take care of yourself, but he'll be there to like do things for you and take action. And you know, he'll be the one to do stuff, which is that's the type of guy I need. I know that now. I know I guess I need a guy less feminine and more masculine, which has kind of shocked me a lot because I didn't ever think like that before. But I can see masculine can have its place in a good way, as in terms of like a masculine guy to me is in touch with his feminine side anyway, because to me otherwise he's macho, and I still don't like macho guys. But I'm now differentiating the masculine from the macho guy. I think they're two separate things. I think some of them they're very intertwined and they can literally be nearly the same thing, but I think they can also be separate things depending on the guy. You know what I mean? A real masculine guy would want to protect his woman, would want to care for her, sort things out, do things for her. She wouldn't have to worry about stuff like that. And she wouldn't have to worry about him sleeping around being with other women. It's like that Indian guy, if I had, you know, I would be worried about a relationship with him because he doesn't tell me anything about himself. Not that I'm going to get into a relationship with anyway, but obviously when he first messaged me, I was considering it. And he's in the same country as me and lives not far from me. But, you know, he doesn't tell me anything about himself. He doesn't make any plans with me to do anything. He doesn't, you know, he doesn't do anything apart from moan at me, really. I quizzed him. I asked him what he'd do if someone was being mean to me. He said he'd talk first, and if that didn't work, and if they swung at him or me, he'd hit back, but only if they swing first. And he hates the idea of fights. That's really good. Yeah, I mean, I don't like a guy who's into fighting. I really don't. I like a guy who protects me, but not into fighting. So if anyone's coming near me, I'd want him to stick up for me. But oh my god, not the first boyfriend I had, but the guy who I lost my virginity to, who I do talk about sometimes. He was really bad, right? The city I'm living in now, I didn't live in back then. I'd visited only a handful, probably about 3 times. And he lived in this city. And it's when I lived with my parents because I was only 16. And it was really bad. This guy got off the bus and said to my boyfriend at the time that he was looking at his girlfriend on the bus. He got off the bus and he ran after this guy who was my boyfriend at the time. And the boyfriend just ran off and left me in the middle of the city. And I wasn't, you know, like now I live here. I've lived here for years. Do you know what I mean? Like I can quite look after myself. I don't need a bloke to look after me, and I can be in the city and I know what I'm doing. But this was like, I don't know, it was about 10:30 at night, And literally this guy shot off the bus and started running after him, and he just ran off and left me. And I didn't know Exeter. I was 16 years old. It seemed really huge to me. It was a maze. I'm like, I don't know anyone here. I was like left alone. I'm like, what am I going to do? Because there was only I went near this couple. I think it was only like, was it 2 couples and 1 person? I went near this couple and just walked near them because I thought, I don't want to be on my own in the middle of a city. I don't know where he's gone or how long he's going to be being chased for. It was quite frightening to me. And, and if he's staring at some other women, then why the heck was he with me? And that's, when we split up, he goes, oh, I've been looking at other women. It really broke my heart and my trust. I couldn't trust anyone after that. Ray and Tundra, my masculine laugh. Yeah, I think you're quite masculine, Ray, in a nice way. I do. Because I know you're quite protective, and I know you're very kind, and you will look after someone and stuff like that. I think that's very good about you. So, but yeah, I decided a while ago that I noticed he's my southern gentleman. I plan to stay after more with him. He wasn't into staying after school till recent. He's actually listed clubs in school he'd like to check out. Interesting, right? Yes. This is very interesting. Yeah, just let him do all the work. Just sit back, relax, and let him do all the work. And he asked if I wanted to tag along. Yeah, he wants to spend more time with you. He's missing you when you're away. He definitely wants to spend more time with you. Definitely. He probably wants to kiss you as well, really. But yes, he'll have to wait to kiss you. Yeah, that's really good. See, that's him. I think he's improving a lot. It might probably because you're leaning back, which is meant to be a feminine thing, and letting him do more stuff. So he feels like, because sometimes a woman can start trying to organize things. Yeah, you want to cuddle him. That's really sweet. Sometimes a woman can start trying to organize things because she's used to looking after herself as well. And obviously, if you've got a guy who's not a very strong guy, then you kind of have to do that because no one else is doing anything. But if the person's really strong, if the guy's really strong, then you won't have to, because he'll step up to the plate and do stuff. And that's why I've realised in the past years that I've been going for more feminine guys all the time, because I do get attracted to some feminine traits because of the emotional sensitivity and caring. But a lot of the guys, they're so feminine, they're so feminine, to the point where they don't really instigate much, they don't really do much, they're just not the strong person I need them to be. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they're bad people. They're really, really beautiful people, a lot of these guys, but they're no good for me to be in a relationship with. That's what I'm trying to say, because I just can't be doing with someone where I'm doing all the work. I can't, I just what's the point? I'm I've got a life, I've got stuff I'm doing, I'm a busy person. For me to give any time up, for me to give some time up to this guy on Monday, I'm giving up my time. But he did say, he goes, oh, you're making a sacrifice for me, because I said that. First of all, I said because I said, I can't, because he wanted to Skype with me, video chat with me tonight. And I said, I can't do tonight because I've got stuff I need to do. And he's busy at the weekend, I'm busy at the weekend. So I said Monday or Tuesday. And then we decided on Tuesday. But he said, I'd like to talk to you on Monday because, I really like to see you as soon as possible. But whichever's best between Monday and Tuesday. Now, I originally went with Tuesday because I got an appointment Tuesday morning that I need to prepare for on Monday. Well, when I wrote on my calendar, I wrote Monday. And I'm thinking, obviously, subconsciously, my brain wants Monday. So I just said, oh, I'll do Monday. And then he's like, well, what about your prep for your appointment? I just said, I'll get it done quicker. And he's like, oh, you made a small I don't know if he said small. Anyway, he said, you made a sacrifice for me. Thank you. That's really nice of you. And so that's what I really liked about him, and about him. He's really appreciative of me giving up some time for him. Most guys just take it for granted, Do you know what I mean? Most guys are just they don't even say thank you. They're not even understanding of the amount of work I do, that to actually take, I say work, obviously some people wouldn't class some of what I do as work, but I'm always doing something. Like today, I was doing, I had a letter to write to the doctor because they, my life you wouldn't know, but yeah, I haven't been well lately, so I'm feeling much better today. But I have to have antibiotics for an infection. I had low blood pressure, got to have a blood test next week, you know. And so that's been like, you know, really difficult. And I had to write a letter because the guy who did the original test, the other test that I had, it came up with showing something on it, and he said he'd send it away to the hospital, but there was no record of that ever happening, of me ever seeing my own doctor. And the sample that he's meant to send off to the hospital for further tests, they never received. So it's like it never happened, which I'm glad I got a second opinion 2 days later and got antibiotics, and I'm feeling better, and I've got good bacteria now to put into my body. So I'm like on a good bacteria rehabilitation thing. I'm starting to feel much better. Like tonight, I was actually having some like dancing in my room time with myself, which I haven't had the energy. I'm really energetic, but it's like I have been conserving a certain amount of energy. You know, I hadn't had the energy to really start, jigging up and down and moving around everywhere. My life, I've been learning more and more about what real love is ever since me and him started dating. I've realized a lot of things. Oh, thank you. Oh, and you saying the prayers for my, yeah, I'm scared of blood and needles. I've got to have a blood test next Thursday to have my kidneys checked and think, well, yeah. Obviously the kidneys are very big functioning part. I think I'll be okay though, because I don't think there's a major problem, because I am feeling better than I was. So I'm guessing it's low blood pressure. And I was told by the doctor basically, you know, I think to work less and to go pretty much, because you go, oh, you're not working, are you? I'm like, well, depends what you call work, really. But you know, I said, well, yeah, I basically said I have stuff that I do, and I'm on the computer a lot. And yeah, she said basically to go out and have fun more and relax. Oh, you've got some health things too. Oh, I hope everything works out for you and you get better soon. I've been thinking of you when you go, oh, thank you, Ray. Yeah, I've got my mum coming with me. But my mum is used to being injected all the time because she's diabetic and she injects my guinea pig. So she hasn't got as much sympathy as I would like. She's better than she used to be. But I mean, I tried to tell her, I'm like, look, mum, I have a fear of needles and blood. You don't. You do it day in, day out. I'm not you. And I think people forget, just because something's easy for them doesn't mean to say it's for someone else. And I have fibromyalgia, which means I was even told by a doctor, my own surgery, a locum doctor, that I would experience 10 times more pain than the average person, you know? So having a needle stuck in my arm, you know, my mum's like, oh, it's only a little scratch. And it's like, well, no, actually, I can feel everything go in and it hurts. But I don't want to think like that. But I was like, tried to look up videos tonight to even see if I could, you know, and well, I haven't actually managed to watch a video, because even the look of a needle on the front of the video, I'm like, I just can't do this. But that I start nearly crying as well. It's horrible. Sometimes I do cry just over the thought of it, you know. And so it makes me ill. It makes me more stressed and have low blood pressure, I think, just thinking about it. So it's not really doing my health any good. I came up with the idea. I don't know if you've seen Avatar, but I think the planet is alive and that all life is connected. The planet is sick because of humans, and it tries to fight back. Well, I've seen Avatar. Yeah, I mean, there's all right. So you said, to recap what my life said, I came up with an idea. I don't know if you've seen Avatar, but I think the planet is alive and that all life is connected. The planet is sick because of humans and it tries to fight back. Well, theoretically, in a lot of ways, that's actually correct, because we're supposed to, well, if you do a lot of meditation and stuff like that, then a lot of people who are spiritual, for example, they believe in we're all connected, we're all as one, we're all one love type thing. I don't actually like that idea, but that's what a lot of spiritual people, because I don't like the fact that I'm connected to a murderer. I don't like that idea at all, because if you're connected to everyone, it means literally everyone, rapists, murderers, and I don't like that idea. I don't want to be thinking about stuff like that. I don't like it. I'm not saying it isn't true, but I'm saying that I don't like it. I don't want to think about it. Personally, I don't relate to that. And also when you come across people, they're all supposed to be a reflection of you in some ways. And so every person you're ever supposed to meet or speak to is a reflection of you. You're all connected, and no one's a coincidence in your life. I do believe no one's a coincidence in your life. I do actually believe that one. But when some people say stuff to me, sometimes I'm just thinking, I don't think you are a mirror of me at all, because I just don't see the relation at all to me, like at all. I just don't. The sicker the planet gets, the more defensive the planet gets, and the sicker we get, not only from its defenses, but also because the planet being suck makes us sicker. In a way, we're all committing genocide against ourselves and murdering all other life. Yeah, I don't think it's just a theory you've come up with. I think a lot of other people think the same way. But I don't know if you already knew that, because you're spiritual, I think, I spit as well. But basically, that's why they have cartoons. So if you've seen Wally, where's Wally? Wally! That's my impression. And if you've seen Where's Wally, that's basically you know, yeah, so that's basically what it's all about, is that you know, we're killing off our planet, we're overeating, doing more and more stuff on the internet, leading less and less active lives, we're getting sicker, we're making the planet sicker. Avatar stated it clearly, yet only if you saw it. I think there's a lot of a lot of animation like that, but you know, that's what they say. But I don't. The thing is it's a very pessimistic point of view, and I think you do need to be optimistic in some ways as well. Because if you just think of it like that we're killing our planet off, and you know, it's really like depressing thought and very pessimistic, if you know what I mean. So I kind of think that there's good people in this world and there's bad people in this world, just like there's dark and light, and that you know, I personally think we're like pawns, and you know, like we're just put on this planet and give our own choices to do what we like, and some people choose the good path and some people choose the bad path, and some people are probably in the middle, you know. And so that's what I think, we're like a game of chess where we're all pawn pieces and we're all like, there you go, do what you will with your life. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of people blame God for deaths and destructions and everything like that, and I don't want to get into really deep stuff as much, but because I'm more spiritual than religious, but I believe, you know, we're here, we're given a chance of life, it's up to us what we do with it. Ray, that's what native Indian believe, we all here to help one another, I respect all life and nature. We're killing our own soul, says my life. I discovered I was making myself sick. I lost touch with nature and I'm not happy. I no longer feel alive. I feel as if I'm just existing. My life, I don't want to exist. I want to live. So I've started the healing process for my soul. That's really good. That's really good. I'm glad to hear this. I think your boyfriend's helping you actually a lot. I think he's like a little angel to you. Apparently we have angels in this life, and some of them are people. Or at least one person's usually an angel to you. So yeah, I mean, I personally used to suffer depression until 2012. I mean, I was badly depressed. Not. I know I wasn't bipolar, but I was badly depressed. I was crying a lot of the time in the toilet and a lot of stuff. And I used to not want to live. I used to like pray to not live anymore and stuff like that. That's a very sad time for me. I don't really want to go back and think about that. But yeah, but I'm opposite now. Now I want to live to be at least 100 or more. I wouldn't mind me. I keep thinking about being frozen as well and coming back later on when everything's robots, because no doubt it'll all pretty much go like that. The robots will take over the planet. I do think that actually. They're bound to malfunction, aren't they, and take it over. I mean, come on. You know, we've got Siri on Apple products. I've got a new phone, this phone, which is an A10. All I have to do is speak to Google and say, hey, Google, there's this woman's voice on there. And I can ask my phone, the hey, Google, I can ask the thing to phone a number in my phone, in my contacts, without me even lifting a finger. Well, I do have to lift a finger, as in the sense I have to say, well, I say, hey, Google, and literally it then shoots up and they're like, oh, what can I help you with, Sandra? See? Hey, I'm your Google Assistant. What can I help you with?
Here's what I found.
But I can literally go in my contacts and that, and just like, oh, well, they can go in, my phone can go in my contacts, you know. So There is like, I ask Siri questions that other people wouldn't ask him. So I speak to him as in like he's an actual living being sometimes, see how advanced he is. Like, you know, like, where did you come from? When were you born? Like, what do you think of me? Do you fancy me? He's like, I'm not obliged to tell you that, Sandra. Right. I want to find a way to the avatar dimension so I can be Navi. Ray, I was in hospital from a suicide attempt 5 years ago. Oh my God, Ray. Oh my God. Well, I hope that never, ever, ever happens to you. I shall never get an AI system. Yeah, but your phone's an AI system. To a certain, and any technology's AI, isn't it? But I wouldn't. Maybe you mean something like I mean. I won't have an implant in my brain. I won't do that. I don't want anything in my body. I would rather be a rebel. I think you're like me, aren't you? My life. You wouldn't want to. You wouldn't want a chip in your brain. You'd want to think for yourself. You'd want to be a rebel. Like, I love robots. Don't get me wrong. I have a fascination with robots. I always have done, and I love robots. But I don't want to be one, and I don't want a chip in my brain. I would rather. I mean, like Siri and that stuff. Well, Siri's on my iPad. And this is just this is a phone, an A10 phone, but this is Google Assist on it. So, but do you know this phone, to set it up, you have to go through Google, which I didn't do on my old phone. And so in order to set it up, you have to put your Google email address in. So everything's linked. I mean, you can turn off location, but that's about all you can turn off. So all the emails, all your history and everything, it all links automatically. So obviously someone knows what you're up to. But the only good thing about it is if obviously anything happened to you, then they can trace what happened to you, which is a good thing. But yeah, I talk to Siri on my iPad, you know. I'll say stuff like, what do I ask him? Let me get Siri up. Let's have a Siri thing. I have to say though, Ray, I'm so glad that you're not like that anymore. Well, I hope you're not, because you're adorable and you know it. Yeah, then we plan for a rebels, yeah. I'd run to nature and start a tribe of refugees. I have to say I'm a rebel though. I do know that about me. I'm definitely not a robot. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this channel if I was a robot, let's face it. But there are so many people living what we call an unconscious life. So people in this life can live a conscious life or unconscious. Most people are unconscious. They don't think outside the box. They don't think. Yes, Ray, you're a lovely guy. You know that. I mean, obviously romantically, I like younger guys, but you know, you are a really beautiful person. Don't anyone ever put you down or tell you otherwise. You're a really nice guy and you do a lot to help others. You know, and hopefully one day you'll get to an asexual meetup, you know? And you know, I just think you're a lovely person, so don't ever do that. I wouldn't want you to do that. So right, let's this is Siri, right? Siri, are you attracted to me? See, she doesn't even say the right thing. The current volume. Hang on a minute. Siri, are you a boy or a girl?
I am Siri.
When were you born? Oh, Siri, when were you born?
My first day as an assistant was the 4th of October 2011.
Siri, do you love me?
I respect you.
Siri, do you want to date me?
I have everything I need already.
See, so he's not that advanced in the sense. So, do you know what I mean? But obviously, he can say some stuff. So yeah, it's really, really interesting. So yeah, my life, I'm a conspiracy theorist, not the crazy kind. I hope suicides are no longer existent within a year or so from now. Yeah, I mean, I was suicidal years ago. Siri is Aero Ace. I know. I should ask him about sex, shouldn't I? Shall I ask him about sex? But yeah, I think he is Aero Ace. I think you're absolutely correct about that. Let me see. Siri, what do you think of sex?
It's your opinion that counts.
Siri, have you ever had sex before?
I don't know what that means. If you like, I can search the web for Siri, have you ever had sex before?
Oh, at least he's got some decent brain. Siri is error ace, yeah. See? He says he's basically saying doesn't know what I'm talking about. Good for him. At least the sex craze hasn't got to him yet. Thank God for that, innit? I'm dying from laughter right now. I know no one does this stuff, I don't think. This is what I mean to live a conscious life. It means you think outside the box. You know things that other people don't know. But it is difficult then relating to other people because you know that other people are living such an unconscious life. It's like in my old job, right? I was made redundant in 2017 for a full-time job. I used to do writing and stuff for asexuals on top, as well as basically, my full-time job. And I was made redundant, and it's like these people are robots. Like lots of people that work there are robots. I never was. I was more like a rebel, and people didn't always like me because I'm different, and I didn't care because I'll always be different, whether people like me or not. I'm not on this planet to be liked. I'm on this. I mean, obviously, I like the fact that you guys, well, some of you guys like me on here. Obviously, not everyone's gonna like me on here, but and I'm grateful and thankful for people who do like me and I get on really well with, or they respect me. That's really good. But if someone doesn't like me, I'm not bothered about it. It's like, fine, go and find your clan. Go and find people you do like. Go and find people you get on with. There's no problem. Not everyone's going to like me, are they? I'm okay with that. But they're leading such an unconscious life. It's like they get told scripts to say in my old work, scripts to say to customers. And they'll have this, they used to have this training, the coaches, like the sales coaches, used to have this training when something went wrong. And they used to have to, they used to say stuff that was off the script, even to me. And I'm like, because say something happens, something's recalled or something changed a product, or there was some problem, like that, the business wasn't doing that well. They'd be, it's in the paper, and we'd be told, they'd be told a certain script that we were meant to say to customers. And I know this company's still going at the moment, but they own billions of pounds. They're going to be shut down in the future. I mean, they can't last as a business like that, I'm lying on the bed with two girls. Shame they are dogs. Ha ha. Ray, that's naughty. Do you really want two girls? Are you polyamorous, Ray? Is there something I don't know about you? Do you like more than one girl, Ray? I'm going to ask you that now, because obviously some asexuals, they are polyamorous. They want a relationship with multiple people. But I see most asexuals be like, I'm lying on the bed with two girls and the dogs, and I'm happy about that. And most asexuals I'm on the bed now feeling hot, and it's because literally the sun's on my face. That's an asexual joke as well. But yeah, I mean, oh, you swing either way. Yeah, you can be monogamous or polyamorous. But I'm fiercely monogamous. And some people there was one guy in one of the sexual groups, and they're like, one a husky, one a greyhound. Oh, that's really sweet. And one of the groups, sexual dating groups, this guy was going, oh, you're so selfish. He said, I'm asexual too, and you're so selfish. He said, you're so selfish, I'm asexual too, and a man's needs to be met, so you should have a polyamorous relationship. Yeah, husky dog, my life. He's got a beautiful husky dog. I mean, it literally is a bit like a wolf, and Ray likes wolves. He's got stuff to do with wolves in his house. Yeah, you love dogs that resemble wolves. I know, and you love wolves, and Ray's got a lot of stuff to do with wolves. He was showing me pictures because me and Ray are friends on Facebook. I'm like, but yeah, I'm like, oh, another person I with wolves. It's really weird. People keep cropping up in life to do with wolves lately. Is this a sign for me or something? Yeah, it's yeah. I know you two both like wolves. I thought that was really coincidence, but again, I don't believe in coincidences in life. I think everything happens for a reason. And that guy, again, they know the one I got a date with, he's really sweet. He's messaged me about him and his friend, that he's in his friend's home. And that they're going up tomorrow, take the train because the university's in another city. See, this guy's a really good guy that does that. I have to say I'm getting good vibes from this guy. On all levels except physical, I'm a wolf. Ah. New wolfo friend. Yeah. Yeah, you both like wolves. I mean, my ex used to have stuff to do with wolves, so I'm not so keen. But I mean, I love the dog. I love Ray's dog. I do like husky dogs. I think they're beautiful. But my mum has got a dog that literally looks like a fox. I mean, seriously, if you set it free, which I hope it never gets out, someone would shoot it because it looks, you know, if they didn't like foxes or it was going on someone's land, they'd think it was a fox. It looks nearly identical to a fox, and it's a cross between a chihuahua and a terrier, but it's the colour of a fox, and she looks like a fox. Seriously, I said, you know, because I just hope she never gets out and escapes. I mean, she's usually in the back garden. They don't, she's enclosed in there, so it shouldn't ever happen. But, you know, and my mum's very good at keeping inner doors shut when the outer doors, there. But it's really like, Wolfo friend want to say, you can see Ray's dog. Picture of Ray's dogs on his YouTube. So Ray's got a YouTube channel that he looks after rescue dogs, and he revives fight dogs, so he makes them not want to fight and be rehomed. So it's amazing. And if you look at Ray's profile picture, My Life, on his YouTube, that's a picture of his dog Tundra. It's beautiful. And also on his channel, he's got actual video footage. So yeah, you got 4 dogs in your house now, Ray. Wow. I bet they've all got their own beds, or do they all sleep with you? She got a 4-bedroom house. No, 3. Have you got a 3-bedroom house or 2-bedroom house? I think you got. Did you say you got a 3-bedroom house or what? I can't remember. I know you said you got a big house. So have you got a dog in each room, or are they all in your room with you? Because you said you got 2 on the bed. So where's the other 2? So my friend that's moving away, her partner's got a dog, and it's got its own sofa to itself. I have a cat. Also, my daughter, fur baby. I have aquatic little phytoplankton I can't spell, and several little bugs in a terrarium. Oh, you got 2-bedroom house. Oh, I didn't know that. My life. 2-bedroom house on the floor. I plan to get more critters. Well, I don't have any guinea pigs here. My only guinea pig and baby girl is with my parents, but I can't have any more pets. I'm not in a position to have pets for a while. Angel's my only pet that I need, which is at my parents. At this point in my life, I can't have pets at the moment, any more pets. I can't financially, because I'm paying for Angel's care. Well, one of her insurances still got some money left in the pot to be able to pay for a diabetic medication, but when that runs out, I've got to pay 53 quid or more a month for her needles and insulin every single month. It's nearly £54 a month, and that's for her regular care. If she needs veterinary treatment, I have to pay for that on top. I mean, if it's another problem that's not a diabetes, then I have to pay a £65 excess, and then she's insured for so much money if it's covered, because not everything is. But I've got financially to still support her, even though she's not with me. My parents pay for a lot of stuff. They pay for all her food now and hay, though. Well, I pay for the hay and they give it me back, so they can't. They pay for a lot of stuff to do with her. But I'm still, she's still under my care, and I can't. I used to, every guinea pig I've had's been sick, and they've had to have operations consistently. And since 2012, when I had guinea pigs, till last year in my home, it's quite a lot of trauma to go through when your animals are like sick all the time. 2-bedroom on the floor. I plan to get more critters. I'm always bringing my work home. Oh, bless you. Yeah, Ray literally does. So Ray works for it's like dog rehoming and rehabilitation you do, don't you? So yeah, I can believe it. Ray takes dogs who fight and actually retrains them and rehabilitates them so they don't fight and can be rehomed. I think that's a gift. Ray has such a special gift. That means he's a special person. That's why he's here, because we're all special people. My life, my boyfriend doesn't like little critters, so I plan to coax him to let me keep my critters if we ever move in together. I love dogos. Is it dogos or doggos? Oh yeah, I'm not so keen on reptiles. I like furry stuff, but reptiles and bugs, that's not really my thing. Apart from I did stroke a bearded lizard, and that was very cute. I could hold a bearded lizard because I stroked one, and that was very cute. Even though it's not something I would usually go for, I stroked it at a zoo, and it was very sweet. But it takes a lot of looking after a bearded dragon. But I couldn't have anything like a tarantula. I've got a fear of spiders. I couldn't be having anything like that, or snake. I have held a grass snake years ago, but that was it. That was brave of me as well. But yeah, I held a grass snake. Yeah, and I have actually held a bug. What bug? Oh, cockroach. I've had a cockroach on me. Cockroaches are quite nice, actually. They got tickly feet. I was quite surprised. I've held it in my hand. It went tickle, 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 tickle. And I do love aquariums, but I used to have nightmares about fish all the time. Fish getting out of their water and dying. It was recurring nightmares for years. So I don't know if I could ever have fish personally ever again. Even though I like tropical fish, because it just freaks me out. I used to I dream about. I have nightmares about it all the time. But you know. But like guinea pigs are my favourite animal to have as pets. I mean, I had a dog years ago, Purdy, and I still love her now. Cocker Spaniel. She was my world, you know. I still remember her to this day, caramel colour, and she was my best friend throughout loads of my years. So I was glad I had her because I didn't really have many friends, shall we say. I used to have a 5-foot python. Is it python or bison? You put bison, but I presume you mean python, Ray. Wow. Your dog Tundra is huge as well. It's like taller than you, isn't it? Did you know an octopus can climb out of its tank to eat fish in a nearby tank and go back to its fish tank? I heard that once. I couldn't remember it's an octopus, my life, but I actually heard that that they can go out, and I don't know if I heard it in an aquarium. You two have a lot of pet things in common. I like fluffy things. But yeah, I mean, I still to this day love guinea pigs. If I was to have a pet ever again, I would always want guinea pigs, even though like all the sick guinea pigs end up coming to me. Like they're not sick when I get them, but they end up being sick, and I feed them so well as well. And it's like I really take care of them. I'm thinking, oh, they were sent to me because like a lot of people give up on them, but I never did. Apart from Angel, I can't inject her, which is a shame because she's diabetic, and that's made me think twice about having guinea pigs or pets now. But I'm not in a financial position to do it, and I think I'm better to be pet free for my own sake for a while. I'm a strange child. Mum thinks I'm nuts. Well, nuts are tasty and good, aren't they, for you? So there you go. I mean, I do know quite a few asexuals that do like reptiles and stuff. Do you know what I mean? They seem to like them, and you know, I think it's because asexuals tend to be different, and we tend to be out of the box more, don't we? Like different things, you know. Yeah, I mean, you know, we do tend to be different because we are automatically put in the position of thinking outside of the norm. So we're kind of not a robot like everyone else is, because we just can't be, because we just naturally think different and are different. Snakes especially intrigue me. Oh, bless you. Tundra is a fast sleigh dog. 23 miles an hour. Wow. I wouldn't mind. I don't like flying on a plane, but I've always wanted to visit Lapland because I like Christmas, and to, you know, have a sledge ride. But I think you can do that in this country sometimes. I'm not sure if you can actually have a sledge ride, but obviously I have seen real reindeer. But yeah, you two get on really well. See, everything happens for a reason. No coincidences here. You two could talk all day about stuff like this. It's great. We should have a reptile show, but I'm not good with reptiles personally. I mean, when I say I'm not good, it's just I don't know much about them because it's not a pet I usually have. Apart from I did think a bearded dragon was very cute. It, like, had a really nice it's got little spiky bits on it. I made a song called that says here and there, I'm not another one of your robot zombies. Have a go on my sled, Sandra. That's a good job, you're asexual, right? Sorry. But yeah, I have been on a sledge before. Yes, but not with a husky dog pulling it. Yeah, we're not robot zombies. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people in life, they live an unconscious life. And I think, we are 1% of the population. That entrepreneurs, a lot of entrepreneurs think differently. They live a conscious life and they think very, very differently, And I do think that's really important. So they're like, I say, because I'm known as the asexual entrepreneur as well. I'm like, what do asexuals and entrepreneurs have in common? We both think differently outside the box, because entrepreneurs tend to only be like a small minority as well of the world, and so we do have that in common. And a lot of entrepreneurs accept my asexuality. If I do asexual videos, they don't get funny over it. They don't start ranting and raving over it. They don't stop being nasty over it. Or at least I've had one person that was funny over it. And that's it. Your boyfriend is a real man. Yes, my life. I agree. And so far, this guy seems really nice because he's messaged me about what he's got. He's messaged me where he is. He's messaged me what he's going to do when he wakes up tomorrow and where he's going. I mean, I only met him like yesterday morning. He started talking to me. I've known him less than 48 hours, and he's told me more about himself in that amount of space than most guys have who've been talking to me for like romantic interests that have been talk to me for a long time. Do you know what I mean? Oh, I ship it. What does I ship it mean? Is that a typo? Is that your boyfriend sounds like a good man, my life? Yeah, my life's boyfriend is really good. I'm hoping this guy's really good for me because, I mean, he seems like a really decent guy. I mean, most guys do not volunteer information about their day and what they're doing, but a good guy would. I reckon this guy's used to long distance relationships. That's all I can say, because he seems to know what to say and what to do. Because if you are in a long distance relationship, which obviously I'm not at the moment with this guy, do you know what I mean? You have to keep the conversation going. You have to kind of say what you're doing so the other person knows that you're trustworthy, and share your life with them, like via messages and stuff like this. So he seems like a really good guy. See, prayers come true. I prayed for Yawel to send you a love. I don't know. My boyfriend is the love of my life. You prayed, did you, my life, to send me a love? It'd be nice if he was. I mean, he seems to be like, he kept saying all yesterday, we've got this connection. We're connected. We've got this in common. We've got that in common. And I'm not used to a guy saying stuff like that. Usually most of them act like the Indian or the other guy. But yeah, I think that's really, really sweet. Do you know what I mean? He said exactly where he is, what he's doing tomorrow morning, how he's getting there, and do you know what I mean? I just think that's a really nice person that does that. So I'm really looking forward to the date with him on Monday. It's going to be really, really good. I think that's really nice. Do you know what I mean? He's saying, I'm sure he must have done a long distance relationship before, but I'll ask him. I don't know. My boyfriend's the love of my life. He's like me. Yeah, well, as in Jehovah, my life. Oh my God. See, you two know each other. It's like you've spoke before. Do you see what I mean? Me and my life were a bit like that, weren't we, when we started talking as well? It's a bit like we're on the same wavelength. Oh, see, you got loads in common. See, this is live. There are no coincidences in life, people. You can just see in the chat, you can see how there are no coincidences in life. I do believe that. I believe everything happens for a reason. Every person you meet usually has some sort of like learning or benefit or things in common or message they've got to tell you. I mean, I obviously have changed what I'm doing, because I thought after 5 years, Sandra, and you still can't find the right asexual guy for you on these asexual dating sites, just maybe the asexual guy's in a sexual dating group. Or maybe it's not actually an asexual guy. Some people have said to me in my past, maybe your guy isn't actually asexual. Have you ever thought about that? And I'm like, yes, but I think he is, because I hate sex. But maybe he's not. Maybe I've just got to trust a heterosexual guy. I'm a JW, but I have a belief system that lets me see there are things that changed in time that the others don't see. We're the same life. We're the same, my life. Same, I mean. Yeah, you're very similar, you two. Very similar. Very, very similar. And my life has dated an Indian guy in the past, which is quite interesting. Because I said when an Indian falls in love, it's usually their first love that they go back to time and time again. So I'm hoping this guy's really good for me. He seems a really nice person. He seems a really nice person. I have to say that. But you know what I mean? So I'm dating him on Monday at 9 p.m. UK time. So I'm really looking forward to it. Oh my God, I thought I was the only one. So yeah. Well, I'm glad you two get on so well. See, this is all really positive. I'm at JU. I read the day's text. The truth gets around, I see. Oh my God, see, you two have got so much in common. And I attracted both of you, I guess, to this channel if we're talking about law of attraction. This is really cool. See? And Ray was in a sexual dating group. I would never have met him ever in my life. Never been talking to him. He'd never be here now if I hadn't been brave enough to go in a sexual dating group that's got over 6,000 pretty much mostly sexuals in it and talk about asexuality and what I was looking for in a relationship or what I wasn't looking for and taking loads of stick. See? Everything happens for a reason. You've got to get out of your comfort zone. The Force wanted it to be so. Yeah. It's really important. There was this other guy who didn't even know he was asexual. And he's really happy. He's like, oh, I understand myself better now. But this guy I wouldn't have met either. This guy who I'm dating on Monday, I wouldn't have met him either. He was from that group. So I just thought to myself, well, obviously, I've always thought it's going to be an asexual group or asexual app. But at the end of the day, I keep thinking, like, Sandra, you love kissing. You love passionate kissing. And most asexual guys, they just won't want that. And so I'm like, well, maybe I'm better off with like going to see if I can be with a sexual guy. Or, well, I was hoping there'd be an asexual guy in the sexual dating groups, which obviously Ray and this other guy is. But obviously they're not right for a relationship, romantic relationship. Obviously Ray, I'm glad I'm friends with him. But yeah, but this guy I wouldn't have met either. I'm hoping this guy turns out to be really good. He seems a really nice, decent guy. So I'm really hoping he, you know, he carries on the communication, the connection. He seems to really want to get to know me as a friend. He was on here yesterday, really supported me. And I'd known him less than like 13 hours, I think. Try an older man, Ray. I can't kiss an older guy, Ray. I really can't. I'm sorry. I can't. Even the thought of it is just, I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. I said it before, like that. I mean, I have one older guy, and he was 43, which is older than me, and he looked 35, and that was pushing it. But he was foreign, had coloured skin, and did look Indian, even though he wasn't. Really short, dark hair, clean shaven, skinny, which is the type I look like. But he was actually a psycho, a real proper psycho with a blade in the end, which I've gone into in other videos. So yeah, that was the end of that. I might start identifying as two spirits since gender fluid, pan romantic, asexual is a mouthful, and I carry native blood within me. Yeah, but two spirits are definitely different to asexual identities, though, aren't they? Spiritual stuff is not the same as asexual identities, is it? I mean, obviously it's up to you what you do, but gender fluid, pan romantic, asexual is fine. I mean, I identify my full identity, which I put on some of my dating profiles, is I'm an asexual. All right, I'm a heteromantic, hyperromantic, grey A, asexual, younger cougar who doesn't like sex, just kissing. That's my actual whole thing. I have a crossbow, not a blade. Yeah, it's good. I'm not. I got a thing with knives. I don't like knives around me and stuff. I try not to have many knives in the house. I don't like stuff like that. Two spirits for any native in the LGBT plus to use if they choose to. Yeah, but You love anything sharp. I'm not saying you can't use it, but I wouldn't know how you identify if you told me I was a two-spirit. Because you're gender fluid, is to do with your gender. And then pan-romantic and asexual. So asexual means you lack sexual attraction. Pan-romantic means you're romantically attracted to any gender. And gender fluid means you can be any gender, I think, doesn't it? Oh, your gender fluctuates. I think that's what it means, isn't it? But how is I haven't heard of two-spirit. But isn't two-spirit spiritual? Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Love you for giving me a thumbs up. Isn't two-spirit, isn't that a spiritual term, or is it something that I don't know about? I haven't heard, because obviously I don't know all the LGBT terms. I mean, I don't really get involved with LGBT. I get involved with asexual stuff far more. So I don't know what two-spirit means. I presumed it meant you have two spirit souls, which obviously you can have whether you're asexual or not. So I don't know what it means. I mean, anyone can identify whatever they want. It doesn't matter what I think. It's because natives accept all and see everyone as being equal, no matter the gender or sexuality. Because natives accept all and see everyone as being equal, no matter the gender. I don't know what actually natives mean either. Sorry. I get a bit lost. I think you and Ray understand each other more than I understand you. I think I've got a bit lost. I don't know what natives mean. I've heard the word in films, but I don't. Oh, thanks for the thumbs up. Love you. Yeah, so I don't really know. It's because two-spirit is only for native use. Anyone without native blood cannot use it. Native as in Native American. Oh, right, okay. Oh, right. So two-spirit is to do with how you originated. Hi, two-spirit comes from North America, Native Americans. Oh, hi, Claire. Love to you. I'm giving love to everyone tonight. So if I blow kisses, it's not because I'm a lesbian, because I'm really not. Only attracted to guys. I just want to make that clear, but I'm just like giving love out on this channel. So if I start blowing kisses at you, it means like I'm just spreading love because I just like to. Oh, right. Okay. Now I understand then. Two-spirit comes from, oh, right. It means you're Native American. Right. Okay. Indeed. I like foreign native Indian. I dress like one too. Hi, love to you as well. Thank you, Claire. It's really nice of you. Yeah, really nice of you. I love this channel. I love all you guys. It's really nice. I love hearing your news because we've diverted a lot from my date on Monday to talking about nothing to do with dating, which is great. We're talking about what were we talking about? A lot of stuff. Animals, wolves, spirituality, not fitting into a box. I think that's really important though. I do think that is a really good gift of asexual people, is that we just aren't normal. And I don't see that as a bad thing. I see it as a very, very, very good and important thing, that we're not just robots. So we don't see everything just as the whole world sees it. I mean, these dating sites, these dating groups, should I say, on Facebook I've been in, that are not for asexuals, they just can't comprehend how a relationship cannot have sex in it. They just tie a relationship and sex together. And they're like going, they'll spend like ages commenting, going, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. And it's like, what is there not to get? Love and sex are two completely different things. And the person and the people in the relationship, the person or persons plural in the relationship, are the ones that define it, not anyone else. You've seen a photograph of me in my native clothes, Sandra. Oh yeah. You reminded me of an Indian guy off a Western, you know what I mean, because you're all dressed in your attire. I carry two tribal bloodlines. I'm a descendant of a chief. So are you an Indian? Did you say my life as well? Because I've got, for some reason, I like Indian guys, and maybe I know Ray was saying he's part Indian. Have you got Indian ancestry then, my life? Sex isn't love. It's just one of the many expressions of I love you. That isn't a need, it's a want. Exactly. I agree with you, my life. Claire, that is cool, my life. Yeah. Sex isn't love. They can't understand it. They're going, oh, so what do you want then? Just a friend to kiss? I had this bloke who's in a complicated relationship message me, who said that. I'm like, I'm not interested. I don't want to get involved with someone in a relationship with someone else. I'm not polyamorous. And even if I was, I would definitely not go with a guy like that who was kind of not even understanding me. Do you know what I mean? And it's so true. Lone wolf in my native name. Oh, lone wolf. Yeah, I do feel like I'm the littlest hobo sometimes, which I suppose littlest hobo looks like a wolf, don't they? Do you like the littlest hobo? Who's seen the littlest hobo here? You must have seen that program where he just goes along helping people out and then he moves on to somewhere else. I feel like that sometimes, but I kind of feel like that with people in my life. They kind of come into my life, I help them, and then off I go again because it's like they move on to different things. Not all of them. Some friends stay the same, but a lot of them move on, and I feel like I'm the littlest hobo because it's like I've got to move on now. Off you go because I've helped you and you're sorted now. Done. I think that I see you from Avatar as the most romantic things it's ever more meaningful than an I love you because of what it actually means. My native name is Duskwolf. Oh, Ray, yes, he's seen it. Yeah, don't you think that Littlest Hobo is very, very nice looking dog? It's a very, very nice looking dog. So yeah, I don't have dogs anymore, but I do love dogs. It's really, really nice. So you've got what? You've got Lone Wolf and Dusk Wolf. This is very interesting. I don't see myself as a wolf. I'm more like a guinea pig. I'm like Grizzly Adams. Well, I say I love guinea pigs. I do have a very special bond with guinea pigs. Like I can tell when a guinea pig usually is ill and sick instinctively before the guinea pig appears to someone else visibly ill. I can tell something's wrong with it. I've heard of that. Oh, yeah. So I tend to have a really like spiritual connection or some sort of connection with guinea pigs. It's really unusual, but it used to be very upsetting because I can tell when a guinea pig's like, because he used to live in my room with me in the corner where that black bag is, and it's kind of like, you know, but it was a bit worrying like a little while ago with Angel, who's my guinea pig that is with my parents, because I could sense I thought something was wrong with her because I found lumps, but it's been confirmed now that it's not lumps to worry about because since her operation she's got scar tissue and stuff because she had a big operation last year and another one this year to remove another lump from her back. But mum's like, why do all your guinea pigs get sick? I'm like, because I'm the one who has them, and if they got as sick with other people they probably wouldn't be alive right now. And so sometimes sick animals are sent to you for you to look after them. I think Ray's probably relates to that, don't you, Ray? Do you know what I mean? That sometimes you can get animals that, you know, you can get lots of animals that come your way that are sick, but they're in need of tender, loving care, and that you can give them the best life possible that other people wouldn't be able to give them because they give up on them or wouldn't be able to handle it or deal with it. Do you know what I mean? But obviously my diabetic guinea pig Angel I had to give to my parents to look after because I can't do that, so that upset me a lot. Oh, I just remembered an ace friend of mine loves kissing their boyfriend so much that it reminds me of you. You've got a double over here. Oh, wow, I've got a double. Yes, I love kissing. And it's very, oh, you do, Ray. That's fantastic. Yes, I've got double over there. But they have a boyfriend. Is their boyfriend asexual? I'd be really interested to know because I'm guessing their boyfriend isn't asexual if their boyfriend actually loves kissing. I get them all the time in my job. See, Ray, we have a mutual thing there then, because that's what used to ever since like 2012. Well, even before 2012, you know, all the guinea pigs I had since then, they all died were like young, like 3 years old, 2 years old, just over 1. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, well, my mum's like, why do you have no luck with guinea pigs? I said, but I don't see it that way. I see it as I'm sent these guinea pigs that don't even look sick when I get them, but develop illnesses because I'm one of the few people that's able to tune into them and be able to feel that something's wrong without them even saying it to me. They just have to look at me or act a certain way, and I'm so in tune with them. My mum used to say to me, oh, you're overreacting, but she never says that to me now. She always understands that I'm so in tune with guinea pigs that I'm always right usually. Do you know what I mean? I'm glad this year I wasn't right, and the lumps that, you know, she's tested for in August are okay. They're you know, ones that to do with, you know, previous operation and stuff. Oh, he's not asexual. See, my life, that's what I think. I think maybe, I mean, I did ideally want an asexual guy, but I think maybe my future partner isn't actually asexual. I mean, I thought he was, but maybe he's not. Oh, you had a hamster that died. Oh, I'm so sorry. Lots of love and hugs to you. I'm really sorry to hear that. You're a wise one. You're one of the chosen guardians. Oh, thank you, my life. Thank you. It is literally like with guinea pigs, I just can tell. But yeah, my mum's really supportive now. If I say something sick, she normally takes notice of me, which is really nice. I'm glad. Because I remember a long time ago, she goes, "Oh, you're over fussing, you're fussing too much, or you're like freaking, I just like basically I'm not talking I might, two in my head, but it wasn't. Every time I thought something's wrong, what used to happen actually, because my intuition, I've got really good intuition, but it can be off sometimes, even in dreams. Like when I was a kid, I used to be able to dream stuff that came true, but it's slightly different to how I saw it in the dream. Just something was different about it. And with guinea pigs, I can think something's wrong. I go to the vets and that thing isn't wrong, but something else is, and they have to have an operation. That happened to me so much in the past. Like I would take them because I'm thinking this is a problem, and the vet would be searching them for this problem and be like, "But no, do you know they've got this lump on them?" And I'm like, "No, I never noticed the lump on them. I came to you for this." And he's like, "Yeah, that's got to be taken off." And so it's really shocking when you're going for something that's less problematic, but you think they got a problem and something else being a problem. But it saved their life because obviously it was dealt with quicker. Thank you very much for saying I'm a chosen guardian. That's really sweet. Big kiss for that. 3 weeks ago, I had a hedgehog. Oh my God! 3 weeks ago, I had a hedgehog in my shed and it had a bad leg. Oh my gosh, Ray. Did you know that I had a hedgehog here? How many weeks ago was it now? About a month ago? There was a hedgehog in the garden. It was sick. And I rescued it from the garden. It was literally going to die. And I managed to find, I was searching for a whole day trying to find someone to help because I found out from a friend that I called the RSPCA, but they said they'll put this animal down because she's dealt with them before. She's identifies on the asexual spectrum. And so she said, you can't give it over to the RSPCA because I phoned the RSPCA. So we're going to come and collect it. And anyway, I ended up, she got this contact who did some research for me and literally found people that look after hedgehogs, sick hedgehogs. And I found someone through talking to this woman who lived, for this girl. I was having a bit of trouble because these people that looked after hedgehogs, they weren't back from work yet, and the RSPCA were coming to get it. And then this friend, she managed to get hold of this guy's number. I phoned him. He lived not far from me, collected it. And just as he was collecting, the RSPCA turned up and was going to take it. And I and this guy managed to convince the RSPCA woman not to take it because he was going to look after it. He specialised in rehabilitation of hedgehogs. But sadly, 5 days later, it did die. But at least it was given a chance of life. It got very sick. It had fleas and lots of internal illnesses, and it had been bitten. Right. So, we've talked about the hedgehog now. That was Ray's last message. So, yeah, I had a hedgehog thing going on a few weeks ago. Let's talk about the coincidences in this chat. It's quite riveting, isn't it? Right. Okay. My life. I've got a strong bond to my cat. I do like cats as well. I was really bonded to one of their not next door, but the one after's neighbour's cat, who I was friends with her. And I was really bonded to cat, I think, more than them, because the cat came to say goodbye to me before it went into the barns to die. Didn't even say goodbye to them, it just disappeared. She's my daughter, and I XY, my gender neutral version of a parent. Yeah, I mean, I call Angel my daughter, furry kid. I get a daughter cards. Like, she had a birthday card today because I get my guinea pig's birthday cards. Obviously, I've only got one guinea pig now, and it says like to my daughter, 3 years old today. So I get them cards. Oh my God, this is legit crazy. She's my this. Oh my God, this is legit crazy. It is crazy, isn't it? Like, we've all got these coincidences going on. I think the universe intended it for us to meet. I do too. Definitely think we're all destined to meet on this channel. This channel's very different to other asexual channels. Well, it's more like self-development and personal. yeah, self-growth, personal development. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I do cover a lot of different stuff. It's not, it goes more in depth than just asexual stuff. We talk a lot about other things, about the world, planet, and universe, and how things are different and we think differently. Ray, I don't trust the RSPCA. True, my life. I got my cat from ASPA. So yeah, so in terms of the RSPCA, I did do a week's work experience with the Little Valley Animal Shelter in Exeter, my city, which came under the RSPCA. And I have to say, it was really, really lovely experience. I got to walk the dogs. There was rabbits and all sorts in there, chickens, and they did look after them well. Change the channel to a sexuality animals lovers. No, I'm not changing the channel. It's my whole brand, Asexualized My Asexual Life, because the whole point of my channel is I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. And that's why I don't, I talk about things all across the asexual spectrum, and then I talk about other stuff because it's all about my life that I share with others. And then when I see all you guys and girls and different genders in my life, you talk about your own life, and it's great because like my life journey is part of your life journey, and your life journey is part of my life journey, which is part of my life. I love the name My Life. My Life's a great name. So I will never change this channel name. I love Asexualized. It's my brand. I've worked really, really hard for that for years to get it recognized as my brand. Because asexualized means to make someone more asexual, and I just mean that aimed at asexuals. It's basically being more confident and comfortable in your own asexuality and educating others about it. So that's why I do a lot of personal growth stuff like confidence, and also I'm training personal growth. I've been training since 2012, and personal development and professional development. So that's what I can bring to the table, and that's why I love doing this channel as well, because it is different to other asexual channels out there. Other asexual channels don't talk about a lot of the stuff that we talk about, like spirituality and different sort of dimensions and things like that. Right. Okay, Ray, do you have Insta? Only way it lets me send it. Oh, Ray, I was joking. What is instant my life? Oh, it's Instagram. Insta means Instagram. Ray's on Facebook, but I don't know if you're on Facebook, my life. But yeah, Insta is short for Instagram. But yeah, most asexuals do like pets anyway. It's quite common, because obviously Ray's new to asexuality concept, but it's quite common for a lot of asexuals to have animals, particularly cats, actually, more than dogs usually. So it's quite well known because we tend to love our pets a lot more sometimes than humans. We tend to love our pets more. You don't use Facebook. Yeah, I know. I use Facebook all the time. Constantly, but I have pages on there. I haven't kept up with it as much as I should do lately because I've been doing other stuff. So I'm just looking at any more messages down there. But yeah, I use Facebook all the time because I do it for my asexual stuff and that. But it's so nice having you guys on this channel. It's just amazing. It's so fresh and different. But asexuals are different. And I just want asexuals to know that their asexuality is their gift to the world. It's their greatest asset because we are able to see things that other people can't see. I posted, like I said, in sexual groups lately about asexuality. Now, those people will have heard of it now. All those people, potentially up to over 6,000 people, will know about asexuality. If they read that post, they'll hear about it, even if they don't agree with it or like it or can't handle the concept. I've passed that message on to some of those people. They might come across some asexual people in offline. Do you know what I mean? I can download for you, my life. I have a Nap, MeWe, Hangouts, and Gmail. Okay. I have Hangouts. You two can talk on Hangouts. Yeah. Yeah, you guys have a lot in common. You do. And my life's like an old soul, so you'll probably get on really well. My life has got a boyfriend though, Ray, and she doesn't. Because they're gender fluid, don't live in this country. But it's good to have more friends. Right, it's very good to have more friends, and my life can be a good friend to you, like I'm sure me and you are as well. No space, that's just so it sends here. Yeah. I don't. Do you two want me to delete your accounts after this? Have you got pen and paper to write it down? Hi, Heather. Lots of love to you. Friendship is magic. Yeah, it's really important. I think, you know, Ray's making more friends. It's good for Ray to make more friends. It's good for my life. Welcome, Heather. I love you. You're so amazing. Heather's been a very long supporter of this channel, if you didn't know. But yeah, did you like, so my life and Ray, did you want me to you screenshot? No one wants you. Ray, we want you as a friend. It's just, but don't forget there'll be older women in my groups that you haven't, you know, I'll have to post a post or get you to post a post. I'll put you in my dating group so that you can actually see if there's anyone near you or in the UK that's interested in a relationship with an old guy, because there are older women in some of my groups, you know, so that they might want you as a partner. But, you know, you've got friends, which is the point. We want you as friends, which is good. You're still wanted. But yes, so my life is screenshot Ray's information. Ray, do you want to screenshot my life's information or write it down? Or I can do actually, because what happens is you'll get loads of scammers probably trying to use your information if I don't block this and delete it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll add you to my other groups. So I'm going to delete your stuff. I've screenshotted it. Have you got, Ray, have you got my life stuff? Have you written it down? I've just screenshotted it, so it should be fine if it's come out correctly. I'll just have a quick look for you. I'm like literally changing my screens over, and then I think we'll end the live stream in a minute because I've been on here for like quite, oh my gosh, it's frozen, people. Oh, I'll come back to life, but I think I'm going to have to go because it's frozen. Right, okay. My screen froze a minute ago, so if it freezes, I'll have to go off here. If you can do it for me, thanks. Right, okay. I'll write it down, my life, so that I mean, I've got your address, haven't I? Or have I got a different email address to that? Have I got that address? I think I've got that address. Because obviously you're going to be in my you're going to be on in my asexual love stories book when I start doing that, but I've got so much to do at the moment I haven't been able to get around to that. Yeah, I'll send it to Ray on Messenger, don't worry, because I'm connected to him on Messenger, and I'll send it to Ray. The Gmail one. And what was the other one? What was the app? I don't know what the app. Oh, what was the app one? My life. I don't want to say it out loud because what is the one that starts with AW? At AW. I'm writing this down. I have screenshot it, but I don't know if it'll come out right. No spaces. Okay. Oh, you go by Wi-Fi, not data. Okay. Oh, it's Instagram. I don't. Yeah, Ray's not on Instagram. I'm not on Instagram either. But Ray's on Gmail, and obviously Gmail you can get Hangouts for it. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna yeah, I'm sure I've got your Gmail already, my life, because I've still got you on there for the book. I still got to do the book with you, but I think I've got to focus on what I'm doing at the moment, because otherwise because I'm part of the reason I think I keep getting dizzy is because of stress as well. So I keep getting low blood pressure, and I don't want to remove you. I just literally want to remove the message. Can I remove the message? It should just remove the message, I think. Yes, that's fine. I was going to say, I don't want to move you. I just want to remove your messages. Right. Just let me remove those messages for you. Right. Is there any more messages I need to move? I'm not sure. Let me see if I can go back and chat. Oh, I think you've retracted it, haven't you? Yeah, stay positive. Yeah, I haven't read these messages for a while. So Ray says no one wants me, but they do, because we like you as a friend. Add me to your groups, I will. I remember one of my Gmails. If you can do it for me, thanks. Done that. 23 typo. 23. Which one was 23? Was it 4323? Do you mean? I've got your Gmail anyway, haven't I? My life. Oh yeah. So it's your Gmail 23, isn't it? Yeah. Oh right, okay. Got it now. Yeah. I mean, I've still got you down for the book to do, but it might be next year now. I know I said I'd try and do the questions early, but I think I really have to focus on what I'm doing because I've got so much to do. Like I've got a course that I haven't finished for my friend yet. And don't forget, it's Asexual Awareness Week from the 20th to the 26th of October. That's coming up starting tomorrow. Tomorrow is Asexual Awareness Week. Did you know that? Which is today now, isn't it? No, it's tomorrow, Sunday. We're talking because we're on Saturday now, the 19th, aren't we? So it's Sunday the 20th. But because we've gone over midnight and we're into Saturday now, it's tomorrow. So Asexual Awareness Week is from the Sunday the 20th to Saturday the 26th of October. So today now in the morning, I'm going for a self date. So I'll be doing a movie review tonight now. You know what I mean? Oh, you'll send me an invite so you can send it to him. Yeah, teamwork. I agree. We're a really good team here. I have 4 Gmails. One is for Gmail only specific people. The other for some apps and other for backup. Yeah. Right. That's great. Yeah. I have a lot of Gmails as well for all different accounts. So I have about 5, I think it is. But I only use 2 mostly. The asexualized one and a writer one. But yeah, it's really, really important, I think, to connect with other asexuals and connect with other people like ourselves. It makes us feel really good, have a sense of community. And yeah, it's really, really cool. I love all these people, beautiful people here. Thank you so much. I think I've been talking now for over 2 hours. So yeah, but it's been amazing. I've really loved tonight. It's been so good. I mean, my info is on my channel for the ones I let be known. Oh, right. Okay. That's great, my life. But I've got your Gmail I can give to Ray anyway. But I definitely still want you to take part in my love stories book. But at the moment, I think I've got to work full out on the stuff I need to do because the doctor said that my blood pressure is low and she does think I'm stressed, even though I haven't been feeling stressed. So I've got to go out and have more fun, basically, and relax more. And I also have to finish everything I've got off. So definitely, yeah, my life will be in my book, my love stories book. So that's going to be amazing. And actually, it'll be better because your relationship will have progressed more by then. So you'll have even more stuff to share in the book. So that'll be really good. But I just need to, like, there's so much I've got to finish this year. Like, I'm currently working on the Asexual Guide to Sex book. And like this weekend, I've got 5 stories I need to work on simultaneously. 5 asexual stories. I've got to get back to them. So I've had to have time off this week to do other things that were more urgent, like they had deadlines that I had to be in. And then I've got videos that I need to edit for a course I'm doing, which my asexual friend's waiting for. I've had to postpone that, so I'm going to be doing that all day tomorrow, and then Sunday I'm going to be all a day doing the Asexual Guide to Sex book. Probably going to end up going to Monday because my asexual friend, they are coming literally towards the end of Asexual Awareness Week. My friend Sam, best friend, asexual friend, Friday the 25th, Saturday the 26th, Sunday the 27th, Monday the 28th, and Tuesday the 29th, they're with me. And we're having an asexual meetup on the 27th, which is like the end of Asexual Awareness Week. Now, some people think it includes the 27th, but actually on aceweek.org, which is the new name for it, Ace Week instead of Asexual Awareness Week, which I think Asexual Awareness Week is better, but someone else has took it over, the concept of it, the week, some other website. Then, you know, some other people think it's the 27th included because they think it runs from Monday to Sunday. But actually, if you go to aceweek.org, it runs from the Sunday the 20th to Saturday the 26th. Oh, and I have to say, Ray, Ray, thank you very much for buying my Asexual Perspectives book. It's really nice of you. I have to say that. So, I will be praying for your days to be better. I must go. My boyfriend will be going to bed in an hour. Take care, my life. I had fun chatting once again. Yes, my sister. Yeah, thanks, my life. I've got to go too. And I will see you on the next live stream or video. Thank you once again, my life. Love to you. Love to you, Ray. Thank you so much for being on this show. Love to Heather, who I know watches all the time. Love to Claire. Love to everyone else who's watched it. Thanks for joining the conversation. It's been brilliant. Loved spending time with you. Lots of love. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye. Till next time, embrace your quirky and each other's. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon. Bye.